So officially, this is the Tom Moreland interchange in Atlanta, Georgia. But the locals call it Spaghetti Junction because it looks like an overturned bowl of spaghetti. It's a 5-level stack of intertwining interchanges where Interstate 85 and Interstate 285 intersect and go bananas. It is possible that the complexity of this intersection is about to be undone, or at least outdone, as the most complicated intersection in Atlanta. Because tomorrow is due to be the first big pretrial hearing in former President Trump's classified documents case in federal court. We're expecting the judge in that federal case to set a schedule for that federal criminal trial, maybe tomorrow or sometime shortly thereafter. On top of that, though, today, the Georgia State Supreme Court unanimously rejected an effort by Trump to get a Georgia prosecutor off his case. This is Georgia District Attorney Fani Willis, who's been investigating efforts by Trump to overturn the results of the 2020 election in Georgia. Last week, you may remember, she impaneled 2 grand juries. One of those grand juries is expected to consider the historic question of whether to indict anyone in this case, including whether to indict Trump himself. Willis has all but made explicit that she anticipates announcing the grand jury's indictment decision sometime between the last day of this month, July 31st, and August 18th. These would be possible state-level charges, potentially serious ones. But coming in from the southbound on-ramp could be federal special counsel Jack Smith with his own charges along the same lines. Because in addition to bringing criminal charges against Trump in the classified documents case, a case for which we might get a trial scheduled tomorrow, Jack Smith has also been running this other federal investigation into Trump's role in the January 6th attack and overturning the results of the election and the whole fake elector scheme, potentially even his fundraising off the fake stolen election claims. That part of Smith's investigation seems like it might overlap and crisscross with the state-level investigation of many of the same things that's happening in Atlanta. And that raises interesting questions about timing. Georgia prosecutor Fani Willis's indictment really may be imminent. Legal experts say if there are federal charges on a similar matter, you would expect the federal court to take precedence. But that's all going to come together very soon. So just in terms of timing, that may all come to a bumper car collision before we know it. And if that's not enough, if that has you feeling like all the Trump world investigations and indictments are tangled up with each other like somebody spilled the spaghetti, you're not wrong. Because to add further complication, it now looks like there are 2 other states that have opened state-level criminal investigations into the fake electors part of the scheme, both in Michigan and in Arizona. If those result in charges, well, yeah, the calendar is going to get complicated here. The calendar already is complicated if you are lawyering for Donald J. Trump, and God bless you if you are. Each individual prosecutor can pursue their investigation at their own pace. But once they decide to go to court, they are going to have to put on a blinker and merge with all the other prosecutors. Spaghetti Junction just ahead.